My name is Dawn Carr, and I'm a psychic medium. People often ask me what my life is like. Well, it's never a dull moment, that's for sure. I've been seeing people in spirit since I was a kid, and I always seem to be in the right place at the right time. That's the power of intuition. We all have it. You have it too. So welcome, my friends, to Psychic Stew. Welcome indeed to Psychic Stew. The new and improved, revised edition, the 2025 edition. My name is Dawn Carr. I am a psychic medium. Yes, truly, indeed, I know. But we'll talk about that, too. We'll talk about my life. We'll talk about your life. We'll talk about stuff. We're just going to talk about stuff. We're going to play some music because, I don't know about you, but my life, revolves around the timeline of music. It's the soundtrack. The soundtrack of my life is just like the timeline of my life. I know a lot of people are like that. So we're just gonna bounce around. We're gonna bounce around the airwaves here, there, and everywhere. But my name is Dawn Carr. I am live here tonight on WNRI 1380 AM 99.9 FM. And glad to be back on the airwaves. If you want to give me a buzz get a live reading or some advice or even chit-chat about whatever, or astrology, whatever you want to talk about, I'm here for you. Inside Rhode Island, the number is 769-0600. If you're out of state, 1-800-949-9674. You can also drop me an email at WNRI1380@gmail.com. And if you want to be on the air, just let me know. And it's best if you want to call me in between songs or call me during a song, because then I can answer the phone and actually chit-chat with you. But again, my name is Dawn Carr. I am an authentic psychic medium. I'm going to tell you the difference between a psychic, a medium. Well, actually, we'll talk about that for a moment now. A psychic is somebody who has some considered special abilities, but it's somebody who has heightened intuition that allows them to know something that was previously unknown to them. And if you're a medium, you can communicate with spirits in the spirit world, the afterlife, whatever you want to call it. We're not going to talk about religion or God or anything like that. We're just going to call them the good old spirit people or the spirit world, because that's how they are perceived to me. And I've been doing this for a long time, so mine are elders. No, I'm just teasing you. But anyway, as a psychic medium, both a psychic and a medium, my body is kind of like a tool. I get vibes. You hear people say, yeah, I get vibes on that man. Well, I'm going to explain what that is with me, with the someone who does get vibes. It means, okay, so when I get vibes down my right leg, it means on the outside of my right legs, it means that something is true, that something is going on that is truthful, or that someone is saying that is truthful. And I'll give you an example of that. I know this sounds bizarre, but remember years ago when Britney Spears had her little boys and one of them fell out of the high chair and she brought him to the emergency room and he was fine and stuff, right? So it's on the news as I'm doing my motherly housewife stuff. And as they're talking about it, the outside of my right leg starts vibrating, and I'm like, "Oh!" I go, "She's telling the truth. She's telling the truth." It was like a little lie detector, doesn't it? I don't always get it, but when I do get it, I know that there's truth there. But anyway, so there's all kinds of different stuff, different tools, different senses, a sixth sense, if you will, about psychics and mediums. But people ask me too. It's like, how do I know if someone's really a medium? How do I know if someone's really a psychic? Well, I'll tell you. I'll give you the scoop. Shh, come real close. We're going to keep it to ourselves. Don't tell anybody this, okay? So a medium is somebody who can communicate with people in the spirit world, with spirits in the spirit world, right? So just say, hey, medium, tell me who's in spirit around me. And they'll say, okay. And if they're really a medium, they'll tell you who's in spirit around you. I mean, it's pretty much as simple as that. And depending how mediums work, and I am the type of medium, I get my information in all different kinds of ways. I see things, I hear things, I taste things, sound, I smell things, whatever. It's like there's so many senses, I can't even articulate what they are, how many there are. But anyway, so I just pick up information and bring it through with my mediumship stuff. I'll get a lot of times I'll get like the first initial, or or it sounds like Amy and it's Jamie, or it ends in the I sound or ends in the Y sound, or you know what I mean, or I'll give you all kinds of examples throughout the course of our little radio lecture here, but you'll see as we go. But yeah, so basically, if you want to know if a medium is a medium, ask them who's around them in spirit, and nothing vague like, oh, your spirit guides. Like, everybody has spirit guides and spirit guardians, but I would ask for, could you tell me somebody that I would know? You know what I mean? Somebody that I would know of, not somebody that I need to be told about. And that would be the difference. So don't at me or throw any stones at me, but that's really how to tell. And with the psychic, excuse me, they have, I mean, as a psychic, we have like this heightened intuition. So I might smell something, like I might smell roses and there's no roses in the room. You know what I mean? It's like, so I'm smelling, so there's the reason why I'm getting that smell. There's energy, it's being talked about, or something's going on, or somebody's middle name was Rose. You know what I mean? It's like there's all kinds of like special, it's almost like a thought that becomes real and then vanishes again. It's like, if that makes sense to you, it's very Willy Wonka-ish, I guess. But anyway, so those are my basic definitions of a psychic medium. And I am both. Not everyone is both, believe it or not. Not all psychics are mediums, and not all mediums are psychics. Although if someone is a medium, there's more likelihood of them being a psychic as well, because you can't really help it. It's like speaking a language. It's like speaking an extra language and knowing that you can weave it in and out of the language you already speak. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, having a foot in this world and a foot in the next world. It's like you can't help but use all of the skills and intuition and the stuff that you have going on. So that's the psychic medium stuff. So getting back to my life, I always talk about my life in timelines and music and so on and so forth. So we're going to go way back in Don Carr. And by the way, if you want to check me out, check out my official website. My show is Psychic Stew, and my official website is psychicstew.com, PSYCHIC, psychic, and then stew, STEW, like let's eat some stew. Anyway, or my name, Don Carr, DAWNCARR.org. Or if you want to really throw something out there, let's throw out the real DonCarr.com. That one exists too. But they all go to the same place. They're all my official websites. You'll know when you see it, because it's me. I am not easily replaceable or mimicable. Anyway, here we are on the air, and we're going to go back to my first taste of music when I was back in the womb. This is a song that I was named after.
Pretty as a midsummer's morn, they call her Dawn.
Do you like that? That's a song I was named after. I was in the womb when that song was on the charts. See, I can't help but being immersed in music my whole life. So, again, we're doing live psychic readings, but we're also playing music. If you want to hear a song, let me know. I got a lot of music. In Rhode Island, 769-0600. Out of state, 800-949-9674. We're having some fun. And so it goes. On the day I was born, you know what song was number one on the day that I was born? I'm telling you, it's a good one. It's a good one. You want to hear it? Check it out. Good stuff, huh? That was the number one song on the day I was born. I Feel Fine by the Beatles. My life, it's shaped by music. I was just made aware that we're a live show. We got telephone calls. The lines are ringing. The phones are ringing off the hook. Sorry, I was looking the other way. But I got my guy Jen over here answering phones and doing all kinds of good stuff for me. Thank you, my friend. And I'm gonna do some readings, take some calls in a moment. So I'm going to talk about how my life progressed. People like to know, how does a psychic medium become a psychic medium? Well, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you all the good, cool stuff that has happened in my life, how it developed. And now I'm leading up to, because I'm still a little kid, by the time all this stuff is going on. And so if you talk to anyone in my family, they'll tell you that I would sing every song from the time I could talk. I knew the words to all the songs, to all the on the radio, everything. I would just sing along to everything. And so some of the songs I would sing along to, I love the rock, the revolutionary rock, all that good stuff like this. Buffalo Springfield, good stuff. And we're going to get to your calls in a moment. Thanks, guys.
It's a trip back in time.
About years, we set the Wayback Controls and were immediately teleported back through time and space.
To silk-pipe pants, collarless suits, and psychedelic colors. Remembering the greatest hits with Don Carr.
Sugar, Sugar. That was one of the songs that I would have sung. Actually, my Aunt Nancy will tell you a story about me being 4 years old, sitting in the front seat of a car, probably without a seatbelt on. It was in the 60s. And I was singing to this song at the top of my lungs, knew every single word. That's just the way my life has been. So getting back to the psychic part of my life, because we're intertwining the psychic stuff with the musical aspect, because that's what I do, baby. I do both things. And I got some callers on hold. Thank you for your patience. We're going to get to some readings in a moment. My first psychic experience, I'm going to tell you that before I take a call. I was riding with my mother and my brother, and I was 4 years old, and we were in my mother's brand new Ford Mustang, and we were going to visit, believe it or not, you can look this up. This is good trivia for you. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Ivan the gorilla, but Ivan was a gorilla who, I don't know if he was captured from the Congo with another young gorilla, but he basically lived in an apartment in a department store just outside of Seattle, Washington, in Lakewood, Washington. And that's where I'm from originally. So he used to, the store where he lived was called the BNI Circus Store. It was one of those really cool stores where every kid would want to go because they just had really neat things, just nothing. It wasn't your usual department store. But anyway, the bonus was we got to see Ivan every time we were there. So even if you go to my website, if you go to doncarr.org, that's Don Carr, 2 R's, as my friend Joey Angelo would say, CARR, .org, or, PsychicSue.com. At the bottom of the page, you'll see a link to, of the homepage, you'll see a link to, the Ivan the Gorilla Foundation, because Ivan, ended up, being moved to a zoo in Atlanta eventually, and he just changed a lot of people's lives, and I loved him. I visited Ivan, my brother and I, almost at least every month, at least multiple times, and so anyway, we were going to visit Ivan the gorilla. My brother's in the front seat, my mom's driving the Mustang, we're driving down the hill. I'm 4 years old, and I'm just bopping around the back seat, and all of a sudden, I get this really weird, sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. Now remember, I'm 4 years old, and I'm freaking out. So, and there's no seatbelts back in those days. We scoffed at seatbelts. And so I sat up, I told my mother really quickly, I said, you're going too fast. You need to slow down now. And she was like, what? And she looks at the speedometer and she goes, I'm not going fast. I'm doing just fine. And I said, Mom, you need to slow down. You're going way too fast. And I just had this really, from my point of view, from the young psychic medium's point of view, I just felt this sick, horrible feeling like something bad was going to happen. And it was like, maybe I could change it. Maybe I could do something about it. I don't know. But I just had this horrible, horrible feeling. And like after I said it again, like the third time or so, like all of this blue car came out of nowhere, smashed into my mom's car, totaled my mom's beautiful Mustang. We got out of the car. We were fine. We were banged up, but the car was totaled, but we were fine. Just like bumped heads and arms and stuff like that. And the first thing I said to my mom was after we got out of the car was I just looked at her and I said, I told you we were going too fast, like in my 4-year-old reasoning, it's like I could see the timeline of where it all went wrong. I don't know. But interestingly, my brother Jim is a year older than I am. And he has a pretty good memory like me, and he's into music like me. And you know what song he said was playing on the radio when I had my very first psychic experience that I remember? This song right here. Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high enough.
All right, that was Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye with the song that was playing, allegedly. My brother remembers. I do not, because I was 4 years old, even though I remember everything else. Ain't No Mountain High Enough, playing on the radio the day I had my first memorable psychic experience. And speaking of memorable psychic experiences, we're going to do some live readings on the phone. And before we begin, listen up, especially everybody who's on hold. There are different ways to ask a question. So think of me as like the telephone or the liaison. So you could ask, for example, should I paint my house? And I could get, yes, I get you should paint your house. Or you could ask, should I paint my house red? Oh, no, I do not get that you should paint your house red. So do you see, it's like how you phrase your question. And sometimes, like the good old spirit people will, and it's not irreverent to say that, they like the joke too, they're funny. They will tell me to rephrase it, or like that's not, it's the way I'm asking the question is not going to lead to the answer. We're not asking the right way. So they're very astute as to the way things are worded. So anyway, having said that, we're going to go to line 1 where Lisa is. Hold on a moment. And I got to flip you over there. There you are. Lisa, can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I am. I can. Can you speak up just a little bit more?
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we could a little bit. Hold on, like my producer. What are we saying? How's our sound?
How's that?
I think that's better. Good. Thank you, young lad. When as I've explained to our callers, all I ask is for, because the information just kind of comes out of nowhere and stuff. Like there's people coming through for you in spirit already. But okay, so I asked off air what people's first name and their date of birth is, because it kind of helps me kind of zoom into the energy, like Google Maps or something. So Lisa has done that for me. Thank you, Lisa. And I know, is your father's father passed away? Your father's?
Yes, several years ago. And
okay.
I didn't know him.
So I always tell when somebody comes through that you weren't familiar with in your lifetime, they're still a part of your lifetime, because I
know, yeah.
I know, and it's because I didn't know him either, and he's talking to me, haha. But the way I don't like to go too far back. Only when people are doing. Sometimes I do astrology parties for people who are doing like their family trees and stuff like that, and it's very, very interesting. But I don't like to go too far back, because we can confirm it. It's like, why? I don't like to be vague. I like to be proven correct, man. I like to. I don't
want to talk to him. I want to talk to my sister.
I know. I totally get it. So hold on for a minute. Don't tell me. Yeah. Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
I'm not.
So what happens is when I start readings, people come through in spirit, some just to say hello, some to say.
I've done this several times, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm good. Well, this is my first night on the air on this station, so you're not the only one in the audience, my friend.
Oh.
So there's actually I'm going to stay with your father's side of the family for a moment. I know you said you didn't want to talk. Is your father living, or is he passed away?
He's living.
Okay. Does he have heart issues? Does he have heart trouble?
Yes.
Is he cheating on his medicine or diet or something? Is he not following the rules? Okay, so does he have a sister who's passed away? She has an old-fashioned name, ends like in a vowel, like the letter A or something, like Sylvia or...
No. Nope.
Does he have a sister who's passed away, or a sister-in-law?
No.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. So... I'm going back to your father. Okay, so there's a woman who comes through in spirit. She's connected to your father, and she talks about. I'm telling you, this woman feels like a sister-in-law of that generation. Whether or not, Maybe a girlfriend, maybe a past girlfriend. Either way, she talks about he shouldn't be cheating on. He should be taking his heart medicine if that's what if it's been changed or updated. Has he been not doing this? Do you know this for a fact?
Well, yeah, he's been cheating a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what this woman. Okay. So I'm just going to go back, and I like to describe, if we can't figure out like who the woman is, if you say it's not your, if you don't have any aunts or in-laws or whoever in spirit, who would be like even a step relative or something. I like to find out who it is. So this woman who comes through in spirit, who's communicating to me. I think it's the mother, his mother. Okay, she has an old-fashioned name. She reminds me of B. Arthur in the TV show Maude. You know, with remember that show? Okay, so that's
of course I do.
That's what this woman reminds me of. I want to call her Maude. You know. So she's talking about how does this describe his mom? Is that who it is, or is it his aunt, or is it his aunt to the side? Because
I think it's his mother.
Okay, because this woman, it's a woman around him in his life, somebody who's in his inner family. So anyway, she says it's not just with the medication and stuff. It's like with sweets or with things that he's like prohibited from having, like cream puffs or whatever.
Absolutely.
And what it's doing is, she says, and I'm going to give my disclaimer because I'm not a licensed medical professional. No, I know, but I want everybody to know that. Okay. I want everybody, if you have any aches, pains, anything, always seek the services of a licensed medical professional. If you want to talk about money and financial advice, we can do that too, but I'm not a professional licensed financial planner, so you please seek the services of one when necessary. Whatever it is you need to do, seek the services of a pro, people. I'm just here to point you in the right direction. Blah, blah, blah. What was I just saying about, what's happening with your dad with his heart and stuff and his coronary arteries or whatever they're called?
Yep, he's got a pacemaker.
Oh, he does. So every time he has like a cream puff or it's something, it looks like it's a frosting thing. I don't know what it is. That's why I want to say cream puff, because there's something with a lot of frosting. But every time he eats one, it's literally like clogging his arteries. It's like every time he eats one, it's like, and he's beyond. How old's your dad right now?
90.
And does he has a name that you would shorten? Is that correct? Like Joseph is Joe, David is okay. And is your mom still living, or is she passed away?
Nope, she's still here.
Okay, and does she have a twin sister, or does she have a sister who's still living?
No, she has no family living.
Does she have a sister who's passed away?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably like 70 years ago.
Would they have been considered, were they twins, or were they close in age, or was there some kind of resemblance or something?
No.
Okay, I'm just curious because I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't either.
But anyway,
weird.
That woman. Oh, she's pitching in information. So anyway, with your father, every cream puff, everything that he eats, it's just not helping. It's not. Oh, she says, by the way, that's what got me sidetracked. She says it's not like he's 20 anymore. He's past that age where maybe I can stop the clock and turn things back. He's not there. He's beyond that point. And so that's what she wants to say. I know you were like hoping to hear from somebody else right now, but I like to bring bring through whatever the message is that's the most important. And sometimes it's not even the most important. I just want to say, because sometimes with like people in spirit, it's like whoever yells the loudest, or it's like looking at a group of people and that somebody's got a bright red hat on and a bright red shirt. It's like, hey, they get your attention. I don't know. But
I get it. Yep.
So that they wanted me to tell, she wants me to tell you, I'm telling you, she feels like she's your dad's sister in some way, or maybe it's his aunt. Could somebody to the side, like, an aunt would be to the side of you, like a sister would be to the side or something. Maybe even a cousin, but I don't really want to go that far out because it doesn't feel like it feels more like it would be like.
Could be his mother.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm sorry. We just did talk about it. And also, I'm going to explain that I tend to get flaky sometimes when I tune into stuff because it's like I'm tuning into one thing and like I'm supposed to be talking about another thing too. So if I repeat myself or question myself, just that's what it is. Okay, so now that we've gotten quickly, you said you wanted to talk to somebody specific, and this is the way it works. Okay, I can't.
Well, if they're not there, it's okay.
Well, I can't make people come through in spirit, but I can kind of like page them to see around. But I will tell you, the person that you're looking for is either sending you flowers out of the blue, like maybe for your birthday or something. Do you have an anniversary or a birthday or something special coming up, a special date?
No, nothing.
How about in the month of April?
No.
Okay, I don't know what this is. Okay,
it'd be nice to get flowers. Nobody ever sends me flowers.
Okay, so she's talking about when people go to Hawaii and they get the Hawaiian leis around their neck.
Yes. Yep.
And like when people have a celebration and someone sends them flowers or something, okay? It's like she talks about you're going to receive a flower from her and you're going to know it when you receive it, but it's not going to be like you think it's going to be, okay?
Okay.
But the reason I wanted to ask about April, because she's talking, April showers bring May flowers, so she keeps talking about flowers and in rhymes and stuff. So I got to put that out there because a lot of times when things like that happen, people, they won't, like one day there'll be like a tornado or something and like they survive and they open their door and then there's a fresh flower or a rose that is blown onto their, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you'll get the message in another way. I'll give you a brief example because I have another call flashing away. All and thank you for your patience, people. But so years ago, my cousin was going to on a business trip to Las Vegas, and I just in passing in the conversation, I said, you're gonna see somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, somebody that you used to know there. And she was all excited. She goes, really? And I go, yeah. I go, it's somebody that you used to know. And so she didn't people, it never goes the way that people think it's going to go. You know what I mean? It's like people think it's going to be like, oh, it's Prince Charming. He's waiting there. Okay. So anyway, so I'm sorry for my laughter, but so she gets upgraded to she's like at the Bellagio or someplace fancy, and she's all dressed up and she's coming down the escalator, the staircase one night, and she's like halfway down and she looks, and at the bottom of the stairs is this guy that she used to work with back in the day that she really didn't get along with, but just somebody that she knew from back in the day. So it's like sometimes it's like I'll get stuff and I'm honest. It's like, oh yeah, that's truthful, or oh yeah, that's going to happen. But it's like it doesn't mean people think it's like is there gold in the well? Am I going to hit the lottery? It's like it doesn't always work that way. But anyway,
can you tell me one thing?
Well, yeah, hold on one second though. But I want to finish with the flowers. The reason she keeps showing that's okay. The reason she keeps showing me the flower. Do you have a sister as well?
Yes.
Are your birthdays close together?
No.
Okay, so that's what's confusing me. Do you know whose birthday is close to your birthday or your friend's birthday who passed away?
Well, it was my sister that passed away. That's why I was talking about.
Oh, okay, so your sister passed away, so that's what I'm talking about.
In April. Yes, April.
In April?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. So, okay, so your sister passed away in April, so that explains it. So that's who. Okay, so thank you. April showers, bring rainfall. Okay.
Yes.
So she says sometime between now and the end of the year, pay attention to see if it might be something where you get a magazine or a catalog in the mail, and on the back side of it is like this Caribbean sunset, sailboat thing, and it's got this big flower thing, and it has and the name of the company is your sister's name or something. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes,
yeah.
I mean, that happens to me all the time, where it's like I'm kind of in my own world or doing my own thing, and I'm all like, I'm all absorbed with myself, and then like this tractor trailer will drive across in front of me, and it has the big Dawn, DAWN on it, and like it's the spirit world telling me to get out of my
get out. When stuff like that happens. That's so cool.
Right. To get out of my head and stuff. Okay, so what's your question real quick? What's your question?
Do you see a car? Am I going to get a car soon?
After July, September, I don't. Okay, so I want you to watch out for people who keep telling you that they can get you a really good deal. Don't go to those people because you want to make sure that whoever is going to give you that really good deal is really legitimate, So, I want you to go to somebody legitimate. It's going to be after July, and it's probably going to be closer to September, October. It's going to be something that you're going to have to work for, or you're going to have to make a deal with or something. But don't jump into the frying pan. They're saying don't jump into the fire if you're already in the frying pan, because you won't be able to get out. But don't. They're saying, especially, who's this? Your mom's mom or something? She says that not everything is. If something's sugar coated, the chances are that's all it is. It's not. Yeah. It's not substantial. So watch out for those people. Watch out for those people who are trying to rob you, and tell your father to stop cheating on his heart stuff. Okay. So thank you for you're welcome. Thank you for your patience. Have a great night.
You too.
Thank
you.
Bye. Hello, and I believe if I did this right, do I have Megan on the phone?
Yes, you do.
Thank you for your patience, Megan. I appreciate it. And I just realized I have to pay attention to the clock, too. It's like there's so many things I have to pay attention to. And Megan's given me her date of birth. And as I think you were listening, Megan, when I said there's ways to ask questions if you have questions. And it's all in how you phrase them. So did you have a question that you wanted to ask?
I would just say, too, this is not my first time interacting with a medium. So
okay.
I'm going to start with, I'd like to know who is around at this time.
There's a man who stands next to you who has a name that you can shorten into a 3-letter name, like the way Timothy can be Tim, or Thomas can be Tom, Donald can be Don. Excuse me?
Yeah, there's a man next to me, and his name is Tim, T-I-M.
Are you repeating what I'm saying? Is that what you're doing?
I'm repeating what you're saying. I'm also confirming that there is a person physically next to me, and you can shorten his name into T-I-M. Oh,
there's a man. Yeah. So there's a man physically alive standing next to you. Okay.
Correct.
I'm sorry, Megan.
It's okay.
I'm going to go to TIM standing next to you because this is how it works sometimes. TIM standing next to MEG, Meg. Is your mom living or past, TIM?
Past.
Your mom has passed away?
Yes.
Did she pass from cancer or some kind of illness or some other kind of illness?
Yes.
Okay. When I ask questions, it's just because they're showing me stuff and I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Does she have a sister or is there an aunt? Tim, do you have an aunt who's passed away too in spirit?
I do have an aunt that passed away, yes. Are you asking me or are you asking for Tim? Are you
guys related?
I do have a brother named Tim as well.
We're surrounded. Wow. Okay, so that happens a lot. Their commonality happens when people come through in spirit, they're like, hey, your dad was Charlie, my dad was Charlie too. Let's jump in together. Yeah. Hey, it's like they take commonality a bit too far. Okay. So we've got the whole Tim thing going on. We have people coming through in spirit. Tim's mom. How long ago does Tim's mom pass away, please?
There's Tim, my boyfriend. His mother is alive, and then there's Tim my
the one
brother, and both.
Oh, and both are alive. Your mom's alive too, right?
My mother has passed away.
Oh, so it is your mom. Okay, and does she have an old-fashioned name, like the way Lydia or something that's not really common anymore? Does she have a name like that?
No, it was Christine.
Oh, Christine, well, that's not... I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. I know that...
That's right.
Okay, what's the aunt's name?
Leslie.
Oh, Leslie, see, that's why I'm getting the aunt. That's why I'm saying Lydia or something, Leslie. That's why I'm getting the aunt's name. And I got your mom. Okay. And there's another... Okay, sorry, I got to ask this. Is there a T...
I'm sorry. Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Yeah, is there a TIM in spirit, too? I'm sorry, because it feels like there's somebody else who is sharing the same name. Continue, keep going. We're almost out of time. Keep going.
Oh, it's fine. My boyfriend, his father passed from cancer.
Is his name Tim? Is his name Tim?
His name was, Jerry or Gerald.
It's not him. Did he have a sweet tooth? Did he have like a candy tooth? Did he have like sweets?
That's a good question. I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not really sure.
That's all right. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there. Tim, how long ago did your mom pass away?
His mother is still alive.
Oh wait, okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is the part I'm talking about. How she gets it gets flaky, and then all this interaction. Okay. So, how long ago does your mom pass away, please?
November of 2023.
And is your dad still living?
He's passed away as well.
So he's passed away as well. Was he the smoker? Is he the one who had the chest congestion? Was he a smoker?
My mother was. My mother was.
Okay. They come through they come through with a whole bunch of people, like with lineage.
But my boyfriend's father was, I think, a smoker.
Hey, boyfriend, I'm supposed to remind you that if you haven't finished school or your education, that you need to lean in that direction. Did you hear me?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, well, so I get that either he started his education and it was interrupted and he thought he would really quickly go back to it and he hasn't yet, or there was like a big reason to have a big gap in the middle of his education, but the reason for that gap either doesn't exist anymore or isn't necessary anymore. It's like they are talking to boyfriend, you need to get more of a grip on your life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
So without lecturing, without scolding, that's what the good old spirit people are saying. Do you have a question before we wrap this reading up? Do you have another question?
Oh, sure. Is this a question I could ask you to confirm something, possibly?
Sure. I'm not a miracle worker, but I can do my best. Lay it on me. What you got?
Are you able to confirm maybe something that I brought to my mother in the hospital?
You mean like a necklace or something like that?
Yes.
How about a necklace or something like that? I don't know. It's okay. Is this something that was previously owned by another person? Like it was a memento, or it would have been a memento because it came from this other person?
I'm not sure if I would say that. No, I don't think so.
Okay, because
I wasn't sure if you could pick up on what I brought.
Well, what did you say? A multitude of things as you bought?
Yeah.
Well, they're showing me things that would have had meaning after her passing. You know what I mean? It's like this. It would not have had as much meaning before, but after passing, it would have more meaning. If that makes sense. So, and it's weird because I don't know. I know this sounds really strange, but did you ever have a jackknife or like a knife or a folding knife, or do arts and crafts with one of those X-Acto knives?
I didn't. Maybe my boyfriend did.
Okay.
That would almost sound like something he would have.
Okay, so
maybe you're picking up something to do with him.
I don't know. Well, I mean, his mom. Other people are coming through. So anyway, we're going to wrap this up because we could just go on and on and on and on. I hope I've helped you a little bit. Call back again another time, and we'll talk about stuff even further. Thanks for your call. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And getting back to the show, we're winding down. Now, this is where I have to really pay attention because I'm not good with time. I'm one of those mediums who is just not good with time. I have to check off the days on the calendar, write things down, have my phone tell me when it's time to do this and time to do that. So anyway, thanks for your calls. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be here every Monday night from at 6:05, right after the top of the hour news cycle, and I'll be doing readings, psychic medium readings, taking your calls. We can talk about astrology. We can talk about paranormal stuff. I had a whole bunch of stuff written down to talk about tonight in case nobody wanted to call, and I didn't even get to half of it. So good fodder for next week. But as I've said before, music is my life. The psychic stuff is my life. I had my very first psychic medium experience when I was 4 years old, as I told you, when the car smashed into my mother's car and totaled it. That was just the beginning of just an eye-opening, wide-open experience in my life with interaction with the spirit world. And I never thought there was anything, I never thought I was different than anyone else. And so when you realize that things that you thought were normal that other people tell you are not normal, or like not everyone can do, or this and that, then you're like, But that's how it is when you're a psychic medium. Sometimes you just know stuff. And I mean, there's with the psychic stuff, there's a clairvoyant. I am a very good clairvoyant, meaning that, I see things. I see things that are not there, or I see things that you can't see with the human eye or something. And then there's people who are clairaudient, and they hear things. And there's even this weird thing called clairgustus, where you can taste things that the spirit. Like one time I was doing a family reunion, and I'm standing there in front of this huge, like 30 people in this living room, and all of a sudden, all I can taste is lobster, and it was just, and I love lobster, but it was really overwhelming, and so I said, oh my gosh, I said, all I can taste is lobster, and the woman that I was bringing through, that I was channeling, apparently that was her thing. Every Sunday afternoon, she had her lobster dinner, and that's called clairgustance, when you can taste something, information, or a clue that's brought through by the spirit world. But anyway, my name is Dawn Carr. I am a psychic medium. You are listening to Psychic Stew. I will be here every Monday night at 6:05 p.m. here on WNRI, 1380 AM, 99.9 FM. Check out my website, psychicstew.com or dawncarr.org. And we're just going to keep on having some fun, and we're going to go out with Mr. Jerry Reed. Once you hear his guitar, you'll know we're winding down. It's the end of the show. Have a great week, guys. I'll see you next week.